Deposed, the ANC Youth League in the Free State has slammed attempts to challenge the recent Supreme Court of Appeal judgment which annulled the 2018 ANC elective conference. Embattled ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule and the party's former Free State chairperson Sam Mashinini are leading this charge. The pair deposed an affidavit at the Constitutional Court on Wednesday. For more on this, I'm joined by Lonwabo Dyi from the ANC Youth League in the Free State. Mr. Dyi, thank you very much for your time today. Now, the ANC national leadership had wanted this matter to be sorted out politically and internally. Yet this is definitely not what is happening right now. Talk to us about the events that are transpiring.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you and afternoon to your viewers.
Lonwabo, are you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Yes, it's the manifestation of the factionalism that is deeply entrenched in the Secretary General's blood, on the basis that he does not see anyone as a leader other than himself. The National Executive Committee, in fact, the National Working Committee of the ANC had agreed to bring about a political solution in the Free State that would bring about stability and unity within the province, both in the African National Congress and in the administration. Now, if Comrade Ace Magashule and Comrade Sam Mashinini then go to court, it clearly means that they have disrespected the decision of the National Working Committee and every means of enforcing unity in the province amongst comrades. So it clearly tells you that there are many people who cannot operate in a united environment, who always emerge in a situation whereby there's chaos.
I mean, you mentioned this being a sign of disunity as well. What the two candidates that you've mentioned have spoken about, even though that this case was thrown out by the High Court, the Supreme Court of Appeal found something different. And what they're saying is that the Supreme Court of Appeal was wrong on both facts and law, saying that the PEC was unlawful. What is it that makes you believe and stick to the fact that indeed the PEC was lawful? Are you, Mr. Dyi, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
No, I couldn't, but you can answer that question. I hope you heard it. I was asking you...
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me, Mr. Dyi? All right, we seem to be having a problem with that connection. Lonwabo, are you with me still?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Please do go ahead. I was saying that the matter was struck off the roll by the High Court. But Mashinini had said in his founding affidavit that the Supreme Court of Appeal was wrong on both facts and law. Yet that is not something that you agree with. Tell us why.
No, we do not agree with that because purposely the decision of the Appeals Court of Appeal was to say every process leading to the provincial conference in 2018 was null and void. Therefore, the outcome of that particular congress was invalid. Now, we are saying instead of going to the courts, because we've been saying this, it is now time for the ANC to unite, for the National Executive Committee of the ANC to unite, given the legal advice or legal counsel which came through as a judgment of the appeals court. So we are basically saying we support the judgment, and Comrade Mashinini must not forget that in whatever that transpired towards the provincial conference, it's what comrades raised as concerns to say these are the issues that have been happening. How do we deal with these things through the Dispute Resolution Committee of the ANC? But we failed, and all those fell on deaf ears, on the basis that there was already a program that Comrade Mashinini and his club had via the provincial conference of the ANC.
What does this mean about confidence in the ANC itself? The National Working Committee had already advocated that former President Kgalema Motlanthe would be leading these talks in this mediation process. What does that say regarding a vote of confidence in the process and in former President Motlanthe himself?
No, it is clear. These two comrades, including the Secretary General, who are part of the National Working Committee of the ANC, whereby there was a decision taken to advance a political solution in the Free State, and he disrespected that particular decision of the Working Committee. Clearly, it calls for this immediate suspension or expulsion, if we were to be very harsh. These two comrades should be suspended in the African National Congress and with immediate effect. Their membership should be suspended.
Is this something that you are actively advocating for, an outcome that you are going to be working to see become a reality?
Yes, we are advocating for the suspension of both Comrade Mashinini and the Secretary General of the ANC for clearly disrespecting the resolutions taken by the Executive Committee, because the NWC had came up with a suggestion to say Comrade Motlanthe should come and foster or babysit that process of a political solution. Yet, when that particular program is running, they are running a parallel program. So we surely believe that the National Executive Committee of the ANC, when it sits next week, it will sit into this matter, and unity will indeed prevail in the Free State province.
Lonwabo, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. That's Lonwabo Dyi from the ANC Youth League in the Free State, calling there for the immediate suspension and expulsion of both Sam Mashinini and Ace Magashule.